Now, we all have heard this expression before. When life gives you lemons, you blank. What do you do with them? What do you do with them lemons? When life gives you lemons, when bad things happen, when you are disappointed, when your heart is broken, when you are let down, what are you supposed to do? When life gives you lemons, you make, drop it in the chat for me. Exactly. You make lemonade. When life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. You have to look at the positive. Turn that bad thing that has happened, turn that around. Turn that around to a different perspective, a different outlook, where you can see something good. Here's the thing. Here's what I have learned. This is life. Life has challenges. Life has hardships. Life has disappointments. Life has people who would let you down. Life has people who say, oh, I'll be there. I'll support you. I'll do this, that, and the other. Oh, I'll root for you. I'm going to be in your corner. I'm always on your side. You're going to have people tell you that. You may have already had people to tell you that. And listen, and I'm pretty sure that in the moment they meant well. But we know that all intentions are not good intentions. So look, we have to learn how to turn that negative thing into a positive thing. Another expression is there's a silver lining in every cloud. You think about a dark, cloudy day. It's like a rainy day. What is it? Find something good about that day. Find something positive about that day. So I have learned that when you are let down, when you are disappointed, when things do not always go your way, I have learned how to try to find something good in it. Bad things happen to good people every single day. Bad things happen to very good people in this life. And even though when those bad things happen, it is still up to us. It's a decision that we have to make, whether we're going to accept it the way that it is, or you can try to find something positive. Try to find something positive about that whole entire experience. Now, back up just a few years ago, I've shared with you before that at once upon a time, I was engaged. And then once upon a time, I was no longer engaged. He's the one who actually called off. And at that time, that feeling, like that whole separation period, that felt like a huge rejection. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what that feels like to be rejected. You know what that feels like to be not good enough, for someone to not pick you, not choose you, for you to be let down, for your heart to be broken. You know what I'm talking about. We've all had those experiences in life. So I'm going to share with you, even though that was a dark period, I thought at that time that was rejection. I have later turned that into, I see that as God's protection over my life. Because I'm too precious to Him. I am honored by Him. I am loved by Him. You are precious to Him. You are honored by Him. You are loved by Him. You are His masterpiece. You are the apple of His eye. And so even when bad things do happen, when life gives you lemons, turn that into a positive. Find something positive about that entire situation. For me, had that not happened to me, I would not have gone on to complete my degree. I would not have gone on to start my own company. I would not have gone on to now be in a position to helping other women to overcome some of those same experiences that I had, including a huge disappointment, a huge heartbreak, a moment of rejection. At least that's what I called it at that time. But my feelings were still hurt, if that makes sense. I was still disappointed. Later on, I was able to look back at that situation and be like, oh, okay, that was for my good. And that's what we have to do whenever life gives us lemons. We got to turn it around. So 2 things I'm going to help you with today. Number 1, when something bad happens, when you are disappointed, when you feel rejected, when you feel like you've been abandoned, when you feel like people have let you down, when your feelings have been hurt, I want you to ask yourself, question number 1, what is it that I can learn from this experience? What can we learn? That's us looking for that silver lining. It may be a dark cloud, but there's a silver lining in there somewhere. You may have been on your way to work, and then all of a sudden traffic starts slowing down. You already running late. Now traffic is slowing down, and you look ahead and you see that there's an accident. And so now you're all frustrated, right? And so you're like, oh, I'm gonna be even later from work. They've already talked to me about being late. I'm trying to do better. Things are just not working out for me. Now I'm going to be super late because I'm sitting here stuck in this traffic because of the accident. And then later on, you find out right on down the road, there was even a worse accident. So there may have been a little congestion where you were, but you didn't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture on down the road where you were headed, it was even a greater disaster. That could have been you. That could have been you. That's what I mean by when life gives you lemons, turn it into lemonade. And so now that you are running late, traffic is slowed down, so you're sitting there in your car waiting for them to move. Now you can finish that audiobook that you've been telling yourself that you were going to listen to. There's some time on your hand. Do something positive with that time. Maybe now is a good time for you to call and check on that friend who's been on your mind for the past 2 weeks. And you wondering, like, why does she keep popping up in your spirit? You got time now. Call her. Check on her. When life gives you lemons, turn it into lemonade. Look for the positive in every situation. Take the positive out of that and you use that as a lesson to be learned. What lesson can you learn from this? Be a better manager with your time. Because had you left the house when you were supposed to, you would have bypassed both of those accidents. There would not have even been any consideration. So this is now teaching you to be a better manager of your time. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We call that resilience. Being able to bounce back. Don't become frustrated by that situation because it did not quite work out the way that you thought it would. Don't become frustrated by that situation. Don't get even more disappointed because of that situation. Is it going to hurt our feelings? Absolutely. There are going to be some things in this life that are going to hurt our feelings. There are going to be some things in this life that will make us cry. There will be some things in this life that will literally have you on the ground, on the floor, on the couch, balled up, curled up, just wanting to be covered up all the time. It's going to hurt that bad. Don't stay down there. Don't stay down there. One of my friends, she gave me a 24-hour time frame. She's like, all right, you can be caught up in your feelings. You got 24 hours. So when you get bad news, when something doesn't go your way, when you are disappointed about something, you got 24 hours. And then after that, you got to cut it off. It's time to get up and assess the situation. What is it that you can learn from that situation? And that's what I want to encourage you to do today. Ask yourself, what is it that you can learn from this situation? Question number 2 that you're going to ask yourself. How do I apply that the next time? The next time I'm disappointed. The next time something happens. How am I going to apply what I just learned to the next time? Because there will be a next time. Every loss, turn that into a lesson. That's an opportunity for you to learn. That's an opportunity for you to grow and to do better the next time. In every loss, there's a lesson to be learned. Remember that. When life gives you lemons, turn it into lemonade. When you are able to ask yourself these two questions, you are going to begin to see a significant improvement in the quality of your life, because now, maybe before, you were on that couch for a week. You were stuck in the bed for months after your heart was broken. That's time passing by, and we have things to do. You have things to do. You got a whole life to live. Dreams, goals. There's a purpose for you in your life. We do not have time. You do not have time to waste not a single moment. So when things don't go your way, when you are disappointed, it's okay. Give yourself a 24-hour window. You can have your little crying party. You can have your little pity party. You can feel sad. You can feel down. You got 24 hours. And then after that, bounce back. That's what resilience is, the ability to bounce back. And when you do, after a period of time, you are going to begin to see, I got this. I can do this. Is another disappointment going to come? Absolutely. Is it going to hurt like it did the last time? No. Because now you have built that muscle to be more resilient. And because of that, you now see an improvement in the quality of your life. Hey there, I'm Dr. Tam. I'm your empowerment coach. You got this. 24 hours and then cut it off. Build your resilience muscles, and that's going to improve the quality of your life. I'll check in with you next time.